everybody, it's Martha. Welcome to my Shabby Craft Studio. Take two. This is part 2 of the Journal to Inspire project of me altering my book for the project. And I did a video, and the reason this is take 2 is because I did the video in the wrong orientation to begin with. So, I have to start over. And basically, all I did was I went through and made pockets. So in my last, where I left off with the last video was, I had torn the pages out and I had glued the pages in between those torn out pages together. So the first one I made a pocket out of. These are glued together and I haven't really decided what to do with them yet. So this one is a side pocket. Now, here's a disclaimer. This book has lots of bad words, so don't look. If you're offended, just don't watch this video. I can't do anything about it. It's the book I chose because of the spine it had. And on the pages that I tore out, there were lots of bad words. Please don't write to me about being offended. Please don't turn me into YouTube. This is not intended for children. Okay, so what I did was I went through and in the first part of the book, probably the first third, I only left one page in between the one page that wasn't glued to anything else. And I did that in between each set of the glued pages. There was only one page. I should have left more, and I will make notes for myself for my next altered book that I will leave more pages in between next time. I left 2 later in the book in between each set of glued pages, and it worked much better. So with the single pages, I have folded down and made pockets all the way through. And what I did was I paper clipped most of them. A couple of them I forgot and went to gluing. So these are a couple of tuck spots. This is going to be a pocket. I folded this down here. I cut the page and just folded it back so the top of the pocket would have some firmness to it. This is another slanted pocket here. This is a pocket that goes this way, and this one I accidentally glued down because I forgot. And this one has, this is where I started with the 2 pages in between each set of glued pages. So I was able to make a double pocket here. This is a double slanted pocket here. And it's like this throughout the book. This is a double tuck spot here. Now, none of these are glued down. This is another shortened top pocket. This is another double slanted pocket. And none of these are glued down because I still have to alter the pages on this book. It needs to be a blank book. So that's what we're going to work on today. Another double tuck. And this is going to be a pocket this way. Another double pocket that way. Another double pocket that way. So the front of the book has single and the back of the book has double. I could glue these together and make this a side pocket as well as this pocket. I haven't decided that yet. So I did start, this morning I worked on, my first time ever, I worked on jelly plate. And I'm extremely happy with the way the jelly plate prints came out. So these are my prints. And what I'm probably going to do is, I want to do some more on these. And then I think I'm going to scan them. And then I can use the originals in this book. But I like them enough that I want to scan them. I can't sell them. This is a Tim Holtz die cut. The negative I used on the jelly plate for this. So this heart I think came from either a punch or a die cut hearts. This I could scan and sell, but I don't know. I have to do a lot more first before I think about scanning anything and selling them. And I have to decide you know, what marks I can make on them that are not, won't get me in trouble. There you go. But I did use the pages to do wipe-offs on some of these pages. And so, now they're sticking to other things. So there's these. And then I had a page, 2 pages here actually, that I had used to wipe things off on. And so I used those on this first page here to cover up that page. So a lot of this I'm going to gesso in, and we are supposed to have blank books. So I started doing this and I thought, I better stop. I better just gesso. I'm going to gesso, spray, ink, paint, I don't know, and just use plain paper, like brown paper, green paper, the painter's masking paper. And what's the other thing I'm going to use? This gesso really is not very good. It's very, very thin. It doesn't have much grit to it, but it'll help cover the pages. The other thing I'm going to use is probably tea stain paper on some of the pages. The thing is that we're going to be covering some of the pages with other things. So I don't want to use, you know, really good stuff because a lot of them may end up covered up anyway. So I don't want to make this really wet. This gesso came from Walmart, and I'm sorry I wasted the money on it, but I have it now. So I'm going to use it. So I'm just going to gesso the whole page. And I'll probably use some spray or paint over the top of it. Yeah, it's totally warping my page. I don't know what it's going to do to the glued down pages. All right. So a couple things I wanted to talk about. And I'm gonna, yep, did that on purpose. Okay. I kind of like it. Of course, now that isn't very gessoed. I don't know what it is about this gesso. I need to thicken it up, and I probably will just paint over that. Let's see. This gesso is really good. It's Liquitex, so maybe I'll try some of this. Oops, too much. Okay, so in my video that I messed up this morning, goofy me, I see how thick this is compared to this other stuff? This stuff is like watered down glue. I mentioned a few things, and so I'm going to try and remember the things that I mentioned this morning while I am hopefully mindlessly playing here. I wanted to mention that some of the things that you should be preparing for in this project, you could probably start setting them aside now. I would suggest that you set aside any wayward greeting card. If you got Christmas cards this year, Hanukkah cards, you know, any birthday cards or any holiday cards that you got, any greeting card. And if you don't have like a card you can recycle, then you can use, if you have like new cards that you have or whatever, but a greeting card of some sort would be good. Okay. And let's see, tea bags or coffee filters would be good to set aside. You don't need a lot of them, you know, a few, so that when the project comes up, you will be able to use them. Tags, prepare some blank tags. You might want to prepare a base for a pocket, but don't decorate it. Like if you just use, I tend to use cardstock for my pockets, and I have a little water left in this jar over here. And so I'm kind of done with the gesso. It's not working the way I want it to. All right. so if you want to do that, you can do that. Scraps. If you have any scraps, you might want to put those together and use them. If you not use them, but pull them out and gather them together, and that way we can have them ready when we're ready to do the project. If you have any jelly plated papers or marbled papers, you can pull those out and use them. Okay. I'm just gonna glue paper on, because at this point, you know, really, I don't know what else I'm gonna do. Well, oh my. Maybe I will use some sprays. Okay, I'm going to raise you up a little and grab my box. Close your eyes so you don't get seasick. Okay. And tilt you a little. So I have to come over. And I'm going to get my spray box. Oops, just knocked a whole bunch of stuff off. Oh yeah. Martha's having a day. Martha's having one of those days. So I'm going to put that in there. And I'm going to grab my sprays. Make my dog run away, but he can't get out because the door is shut. Okay. Let's see. I am going to use some of these. You'll see what I'm getting. Trust me. You shall see it very soon. Okay. So I have some Tattered Angels sprays. This one is Winter Copper. Very appropriate. Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist. Golden Earth. Oops. This one is Moneybags. Always fun. And I have some Distress Spray Stains. Old Paper. I have Walnut, which is very dark. And I have Antique Linen. So we're going to play with some of these. See if these work. Oh, I got some new ones. I have some new ones too. This is Distress Oxide Sprays. Faded Jeans and Peeled Paper. I'm going to try those too. I picked these up a few weeks ago. And I think Hobby Lobby when the Tim Holtz stuff was on sale. So, alrighty. Alright, so I think you can still see. I think I need to bring you over a little bit more. Okay. Alright, hopefully that does it. Alright. Well, since I have these, I want to play with them now. So I have gotten way more brave with, maybe not that one right away, because it is not cooperating as far as opening. Yeah, so preparing. Ooh, that does not really cover very much. Interesting. It's very transparent. So it's not what I thought it was going to be. Ooh. On the other hand, okay. Interesting. I'm having a lot of fun experimenting lately with playing with colors and different mixed media stuff. All right. Well, that's way too transparent for what I want. So I shall keep trying. All right, so preparations. Tag bases, pocket bases if you make them out of book page or cardstock or heavy paper or whatever floats your boat as far as that's concerned. This is not going to work. All right, another failure today. I don't know why I'm even bothering. And okay, so that didn't work. So I'm just gonna have to just cover these with paper. That's what's going to happen. These are just going to get covered with papers. Now I just got to dig out some paper. This, and I'll use this, and I'll use oh my goodness. All right, I'm pulling these out, and I am pulling. I have a bunch of legal size sheets that I can use. That'll be really good for this. Okay. All right. I'm going to put these aside. I was going to use digitals, but I don't want to get them too, you know, too. All right. We're going to flip a page. Not going to worry about the front of the book. It's paper. It'll fix itself. It's some, you know, we'll do something. Okay, so I have some of this. That'll be perfect. I just want to cover the words, you know? I just need to get rid of the crummy stuff on top. All right. Alrighty. Maybe I can get back in the conversation now. All right, so we are going to be giving you prompts that will hopefully inspire you to create your own items out of them. But Carol and I are going to do videos, and what we're going to do is our own version of, you know, whatever the prompt is. So I might take a pocket. All right, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to take a pocket, and whatever the prompt is for that pocket, I'm going to do it my way. And then Carol will do it her way. And the fun part is going to be to see how different these are and how everybody interprets it themselves. So we want to help you as far as giving you the prompts, but what you do with it is going to be up to you. It is not about following what we do. It's about creating your own. And in the end, I think that what'll be nice is we will have this book full of fun things, and it's something that you've worked on and you've made, and hopefully it'll inspire you in the future to actually do these things in other journals. So that's basically all it is about, is, you know, inspiring each other. And we're hoping that you guys can inspire us with what you come up with. Isn't that fun? I mean, isn't that going to be just way too fun? Okay, that's drying. It'll dry. It'll all be okay, Martha. All right, I might just add some paint on here because I had my paints out this morning. I was having way fun. And acrylic paint should cover this stuff. It really, really should. One would hope. Okay, so that, I think that just didn't get glued down tight enough. That seems to be the only place it's missing glue. I thought maybe the two pages got stuck together somehow, but they're paper clipped together there. And I do think they're supposed to be glued. Come on, bottle. These Sugar Bill bottles are nice because they're easy to squeeze, but they sure do take a long time to get the glue to the top, to the tip. And that glue is pretty thinned down. I have a fuzzy on my nose. All right. So I have to cover the back of this pocket here. Can't cover the front because it's still too wet. All right. So I think I can go there. Yeah, so it should be fun. And there's other supplies around your house that we're going to ask you to use along the way. Simple things that everybody should have. And there's no sweat. If you don't have these supplies, it's okay. You can substitute whatever you want. This is not a challenge. It's not about, it's more of a self-challenge to be creative and think outside your box. So in the last few days, Tony and I have been playing with marbling, paper marbling. And I love the outcome. However, I do not love the process as much. It's a lot of prep work. And the sizing that you have to use. What I did was I bought a little kit. And I watched tons of videos. I can't even tell you how many videos I watched. And so I like that. I actually like that. I gotta watch how much I use my shoulder because it hurts. Okay, I think I'll put this over here. Yep, and I'll just fit over there. So tons of videos. Set the sizing. Got that to finally be right. Tons more videos. And came out with some pretty nice papers. I don't have them upstairs. I'll bring them upstairs for my next video. However, it's a lot of work and it takes up a lot of space. And I'm not sure, I mean, as much as over the years I have admired marbled papers, I'm not sure it's something that I would do a lot of, to be honest. So yeah, it's time consuming and it makes a huge mess. So then I've had, that was sloppy. Jeez, just lost my cap. I can't even tell you the kind of day I'm having. Thank goodness it's almost dinner time and it's almost over. Honestly. Really ticked me off when I did my video in the wrong orientation, because darn it, I know better. I really do. Okay, let me show you what I'm doing. It's tall and I want to get rid of those words up there, the author's name. So I just tore the top off and I want the patchy look. All right. And so, yeah, so as far as the paper marbling, nah. However, that being said, I really loved doing the jelly printing this morning. So, it's not, just shy. We're gonna tear this. So, I really got lost in it. I mean, it was easy to set up. So I now have all of my jelly printing supplies. I have them in one of the rolling carts, like the IKEA rolling carts or the ones you can get from Michael's. And I have my paints in the top. I have the papers in the bottom. And I have the things to make texture on the plate. And I tell you what, I see why people get hooked on this method, honestly, because it is so interesting. And the papers that I showed you at the beginning, I did several layers on them. And I was just playing while I had that paper. And so, yeah, it was mucho fun. Mucho fun. And I will be doing lots more. Now, I did not use an actual stencil. I did use the negatives from the die cuts that I did before Christmas. I made those pages with the die cut and the either clear plastic or the painted in between. You know, where I die cut the flowers out of the page, the middle of the page. I was inspired by somebody else who had done it, and I just went to town doing that on a few pages. So I used the negatives of those, and that's how I got those flowers on those pages. So yeah, it was, I mean, I used some of the textured plastic mats that I've used in my tea dyeing. It's even more fun on jelly plate papers. So I'm going to be using a lot of those in my future work, because when I don't want to do anything else, I can see me just pulling the jelly plate out and playing with paints. I had more success doing that today than I have anything else at this point. Oh my goodness. Stick, please. Thank you. My glue's going to dry out because I dropped the cap. It went flying way over there. Okay. So put that over there so I quit knocking stuff off. Put that over there. I'm just trying to sort through things here so that I have just the teensiest bit more desk space, please, and thank you. Let's go there. He's still on. Still on. I hope you're in shot. I have you out far enough. You should be. Oh my gosh. Sorry. I'm going to have to go see a doctor pretty soon about my shoulder. It is just not healing. 5 by 8. 5. Yeah. Where is my? Here it is. This is what I needed. That's what I need. All right. I'm going to do 5. Holy moly. I heard someone else say that today. Susie Q Makes. I have been watching Susie Q Makes, and she is something else. I love watching her. I am hooked. She doesn't have that many subscribers. So if you could go check her out. Jelly printing, marbling, and lots of other stuff. Sorry for all the noise. It is loud. Oh my good gravy. Enough of that. 8. I need to buy 8. Buy 8. By 8 o'clock, please. Yes. Success. Finally. All right. Straight lines. Yay! Yay me! So, let's see. Let me think. If you have any fabric or lace that you think you might want to use in your projects, pull that out. yeah. Right now, that's a good beginning. And the prompts, I hope, will be fun. And hopefully, I don't know what you do on a normal basis, but hopefully we're hoping to inspire you, like I said previously, to think a little more outside the box and use, even if they're items that you've used before, use them in a different way. We are going to be sort of challenging you, like I said, in a way to think outside the box. And Carol and I do things way different. So, you know, it'll be interesting to see what each of us comes up with as well. Sometimes we sort of have the same ideas about things, and sometimes we're on a totally different plane. And that's what attracts us to wanting to collaborate with each other. Because who wants to be doing something with someone just like they do it? You know? I'm going to use this on this side, I think. Okay, now I'm going to put the lines up on this one. See? Thinking outside the box. Oops. Oh, Martha. So we've been watching, let's see, we watched the current season of The Crown. The Crown? No. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I can't believe I cannot remember the shows we just watched. Anyway, we finished the current season of that one. Oops. Other side. I heard you yelling at me. Thank you. Am I worried they're not straight? Not that much. Okay. Because most likely, a lot of this is going to be covered up anyway. But this is the only way I could make it a blank journal. Because bad words. Bad words. Not happy with the bad words. Oh, you won't believe what I just dropped. Okay. So, really, I need it to be there. I keep dropping everything. So I hope you all had a good holiday. We had a very quiet day here. We were not able to go be with our daughter or son-in-law or grandchildren. We did do a FaceTime in the morning when everybody was up and at 'em. And then after they opened their gifts, my daughter sent us, our daughter, I would say they're my children. They're our children. Sent us a little video snippets of the kids opening the gifts from us. Oh, Martha. Come on, girl. You've got this. And that was fun. This is some Rachel paper, or straw paper. If you can afford it, I highly recommend getting some. It's very fun to use. It's a fun texture. It's a fun color. And you'd be supporting another artist. So why not? Yay me! All right. I'm sticky. All right. So, well, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do the 5x8. So, let's see. This is 8.5. So I'm just going to leave that. So I'm going to do 5 this way. That's what I'm going to do. 5. we go. And then bring the book back in. And I think I will. Holy smokes, Batman. Sorry, concentration here. All right. So, I have no idea what I dropped earlier. Oh, whatever it was, it disappeared. No clue. No clue. Alrighty. So tell me below what kind of journal you're making if you're doing this project. And if you're not doing this project, you might want to check us out. It's no stress, no real commitment. I mean, we'd like people to join the Facebook page and to join in. But there's no requirement to do that. It's not something that has to be done. If you don't belong to Facebook, fine. We're not going to yell at you for that. It's just a good place for us to share. Carol made the page private, so it's not like everybody can see it, and it's not like everybody can join. You do have to answer questions to get in, and we're monitoring it between the two of us. We're monitoring it. There's not going to be, hundreds or thousands of people on it, so I don't see our project getting that big. But if not, I'm just happy that you're here joining me for this this fun. For this little bit of fun. All right, now this is going to be the interesting part. So I could put that there. Look at me using that up. And I have that could go there. And then I could put okay, that there. And let's see. Yesterday we had the strangest weather. We had rain in the morning. We had, if I just squeeze that over just a little bit. All right, well, let's give this a shot. I'm going to put this down first. We had rain in the morning, then it turned to snow, which was pretty cool because I can't tell you if we've ever actually had a snowfall on Christmas Day since I've lived here since 1989. We've had a couple of Christmases, I think, where we've actually had snow, but it's unusual. But for it to actually snow on Christmas, really unusual. So it snowed off and on pretty much a good part of the day. And so that was interesting. And I'll put that there. I'm just even seeing if I can use up my bits. My bits and bobs. Alrighty. Woohoo! Still on? You can still see me. Alright. Oof. Alright. Tear that off there. I don't know if we're going to make it. I think I'm going to have a little tiny space showing. So we'll have to fix that up. Usually I'm very, very stingy with my tea stained papers. But you know what? There's more tea. There's more paper. It's okay. I need to just know that it's okay. All right. Very sticky. Alrighty. So that can go there. I told you I'd have a little tiny bit right there, but guess what? I think tear that off. Yay me, I get it off. And I'm gonna put this right here. And yes, that's piecemealed together, and yeah, it would be bumpy if I want to write on it, but I don't know what I'm doing with this pocket yet. And the point is, we don't know what we're doing yet. And that's okay. It's okay to not know and to wait and see. Let's see. I'm going to glue this side. Because the prompts coming up will be about putting stuff in this journal, and then you'll be able to look back and see what you've made in the past. And it's going to be a little bit like a project book. For me, anyway. I know that's what mine's going to be like. It can be a book for you to write in, write inspired thoughts in. It can be whatever you want it to be, because you know what? It's your journal. So you're going to be able to use it whatever way you want to. But you're also going to be able to go back and look at it and use some of the ideas for anything in the future. Look at my hands. I'm just a mess. All right. Yeah. Don't put it there because it'll fly off. All right. I got to get a wipe. I am truly, truly so sticky I can't even touch anything anymore. So I'm really sad that my sprays didn't work. I guess what I will do is try the sprays on the gesso, and that might make them more, less transparent. I don't know. We'll see. All right. So that's going over there. So I could glue that now. I need to pick up my cap, but I can't right at the moment. So, let's see what happens with my glue. This glue has been bubbling out ever since I refilled it. And it's just bizarre because I did not fill it like over the top. But it's worse than the art glitter glue when it, worse than the Fabri-Tac when it starts coming out. It's just crazy. Watch. Oh, it's not doing it. Yay. Yay! I was so happy it's not doing it. All right, let's see. Get a little bit up under the edge here because my gluing skills are not very good. All right. Oh, see, it's bubbling. Here it comes. Here come the bubbles. I'm really liking this altered book. I really, really am liking the thought of using this. It just really excites me. Okay, one of these. There's the pocket. I don't know about putting something inside the pocket. I'm not really sure. We shall see. I did end up putting a pin inside my needle tip protector. On the larger protectors, you can actually shove the pin right up inside the hole of, and both of these, I have not had to unclog my tip since I started using both. It's like the pin doesn't keep all the air out, and the needle protector didn't necessarily keep all the air out, but the two together seem to keep all the air out. So, there you go. So I wonder if I can't remember if oxides are Yeah, that's not going to work either. Doesn't really do me any good. It's either going to have to be paint or paper. I have come to that conclusion. Like that. Because nothing else is really covering up. And that's still damp. I can feel it when I turn the pages. It's still damp. All right. Well, I'm just going to keep going on this. I don't know. Where are we? We are at 45 minutes. So I'm not going to keep you because, you know, talk about boring. And I don't want to bore you any more than I already have. All right. So I'm going to glue this. So again, just think about keeping some things in the house from your home that, you know, like the tea bags, coffee filters. If you have any fabric bits you want to use up, think about those. Buttons or old jewelry, because you never know what's coming. We're going to try and be creative and challenge you to use things that either you haven't used in a long time or that maybe you've never used. So if you've used them, if you use those things on a regular basis, I have them. I tend not to use them on a regular basis, though. So yeah, get those things out and we'll play. I'll be back. I'm going to finish the rest of these pages because it's going to be very time consuming. It's something I can do in front of television tonight. And we will see you on January 3rd, next Sunday. Not this Sunday, not tomorrow. January 3rd, 2021. And we will be giving you the first prompt. And during that week, I don't know if on January 3rd, we will do our videos, Carol and I, and share them with you then, or if we'll come out with the videos during the week and let you figure out your own process and not show you our videos until after you've had a chance to do your own process. We'll see. We haven't talked about that part yet. So we shall decide that and let you know. I hope you have a really great weekend this week, which it is Saturday already. Happy Boxing Day to those of you that celebrate that. And I'll be back. It may be working on this book, and it may be something else totally different. So I hope you take care. I hope you had a very Merry Christmas. I hope you'll come over to the Facebook group and join us. And I will remember to link that below. And you guys take care. Happy crafting. Love you. Thank you so much for being here and following me. And I want to say, if I don't see you before the new year, you guys have really meant a lot to me. Those of you that have commented and followed along, my new subscribership has slowed down quite a bit, but when I reach 2,000, there's going to be a huge celebration. And I hope that you can close out 2020 without being too angry about it, because that really gets you nowhere. It wastes your energy. And welcome 2021. And let's all hope it's a much better year. Love you all. Hugs and kisses. Happy crafting. Have a great one. See you soon on the flip side. Bye-bye.